I just had a little bit of time for that, though. See those little things right there? See this Mega Constructs Dragon from, not Beast, what are they called? It is Beast. I keep getting the name mixed up. So, anyway, since this is a truck, it doesn't need these things, these little white horns. So I'm going to rip them off of there. And we're going to have some freaking laser beast. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is, since I'm going to put the gold horns back onto the armor. And then wherever he's a dragon, yes, that's true. Instead of horns, though, he's going to have like bones, like bone horns, like the white ones. Freaking laser horns. All right, so we're going to put a few horns on before we build this laser truck. And then the other ones I was wanting to put in other parts of his body, like down his legs. Yeah, like up. That'd be cool. So you have some more, or maybe on his back. That might be a better place. I was thinking, nah, not on the legs. Should they go up or down? Well, this one will go up. And the other two will go down. All right, so we just got some extra bolts laying over there now. All right, so since we have a fire-breathing dragon, we're going to have some fire help. I only got one horn left, and it doesn't make sense to put it on part of him. That I'm not going to put it in the middle. That just looks too strange. Since we have a fire-breathing dragon, we're going to need some help putting out those fires, and that's going to call on the Firetruck. So what the truck? So this is the laser blocks, freaking laser blocks Firetruck. Now this Firetruck is made by the company Block Tech, and boy, I'm telling you right now, they have come a long way. I remember when I bought some of their stuff back 10, 20 years ago. I don't know when it was. They were not good. They were a terrible company back then. All right, so this is what it's going to end up looking like. Probably, maybe, possibly. The bags are not numbered, but that's fine. We don't have to need them numbered. Here's the instructions, so in case I get people like, oh, I lost my instructions. I get that all the time, except for Lego stuff, because Lego has all their instructions online. So here's 1 through 11 steps, and it just freeze the screen, freeze frame. 12 through, well, it goes up, down. So here's the bottom part 16 through whatever. All right, so there we go. All right, so it's finally stopped raining again. I don't think it's going to rain anymore, and I think we're done with that finally. Phenomenon done. Yeah, I thought I had 3 bags, but I guess I only have 2. There's going to be extra bags in here for the clear pieces. Begins to freaking laser blocks. And if you haven't seen it, I am trying to work on my background. So I got some giants in the back. I want to put rating in the middle eventually, and put another guy on the right. Robot in that one. I got some spaceships. Now the white spaceship, oh, you can barely see it. The red windowed white spaceship, it's just there temporarily. It's cool, but I don't know if it's gonna be my favorite. These are kind of like, these are just some of my favorite things, like whiskers on kittens and da 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 da. There's in that basket over there. I put all the the Mego stuff. Now I'm saying Mego stuff. And I know that you're like, wait a minute, that's Sigma 6. Yes, but he's 8 inches tall, just like Mego. So when I get my Super Joe, I'm going to compare him. And it says I'm going to get my Super Joe tomorrow. It ain't going to happen. It's still in California, I guess. All right, so we got all of these pieces. I'm going to go ahead, since these don't go in a certain direction, like a V formation, I'm just going to put them onto the hubs so they won't. Oh, well, there's a certain way that these go then. All right, hold on. Looking at the outside. This is the outside, that's the inside. So the tires do go on a certain way, actually. They're not complete. Well, they're not like a V shape, so it's not like I like to put the V's going forward. But you got to definitely see how there's a rim on one side and there's not a rim on the other. If you hear a chunk, 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 chunk over and over, it's not Jumanji. I had a shopping cart the other day. I was like, I got the Jumanji shopping cart. It's like, doo, 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 doo. And, you know, it's making that noise while you're going through the Walmart. I just call it the Jumanji shopping cart. I don't know how many people ever thought of that before. My ADHD brain thinks of things suddenly out of nowhere. Out of freaking nowhere. All right. Well, it does kind of come back over it a little bit on this side. Huh. Let me make sure those are, yeah, there is like a little bit of lip on it, but not quite as much as the other side. The other side's got a definite difference. See, look, see what I mean? There's a definite difference. But yeah, you can tell like this one's definitely not, you can even, it looks like a bottle cap too. So it needs to come over the lip so it won't. There we go. I guess you just push it real good. Dun, 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 dun. Baby, baby. All right. Oakley. So this one lights up. It's 109 pieces. Yeah, pieces. Today, my mom says, like, St. Patrick's Day. I didn't even plan to wear green today because I don't celebrate any of these holidays. But I did wear camouflage shorts today because it was so hot this morning. It's actually cooled off since then. It was hotter this morning than it is now. That's, you know, because we have that rain coming through. All right, the very first thing, let me get these ladders out of the way. Big pieces out of the way because they're going to hide the small pieces under them. This is a roof, so it's definitely going to be going last probably. Got to raise the roof later. All right, so it looks like we're going to have to use a white piece. Oh my gosh, I need super glasses for this. All right, so if you can't figure out where, like I can't figure out where that white thing is actually covering, so I'm going to have to look at step number 2. All right, so it goes all the way to the top. And there's black pieces? I don't see any, so I'm guessing they're talking about these translucent, darker pieces. Because there's definitely no big black plates. So, according to the directions, that's how these pieces go. And they're not Reese's. Whoa! Clear plastics makes everything cooler, but it's so fragile. What was that voice I was reading in? Oh, I was reading in the comic book guy. Yeah, it's definitely, normally it's more fragile, but I have actually got micronauts from the 70s that are just perfectly fine. It just depends on who makes it. Like DCD did all their stuff in clear plastic and painted over, which I don't understand why. You even look at their figures and they fall apart. I mean, if you, like, it's so sad. Like, my favorite one was the Green Lantern with the 4 arms, and he looks like an insect, sort of. Salak, I think is his name. Oh my gosh, his poor arms were too dwindly and they just fell off. They just broke. All right, so this is step 1. Yeah, I do not, I like translucent clear plastic. But again, yes, you're right. It definitely does on some things, it definitely falls apart. It will not, or it breaks easily. Okay, it looks like the next one we're gonna have to put 2. It's also confusing because I'm looking at the bubbles in the back instead of the bubbles in the front. The little round things in the back instead of the studs. All right, for this piece, it definitely goes right here. And then there's a translucent piece right here. And right here. Now, these are a little harder to push in. I wonder what year this was made, because like I said, they've come a long way over the years. Whoa. My Power of the Primes Dinobots have cracked joints. And, you know, well, if they're used for joints, they're definitely going to break. Joints, like ball joints especially, because they're just not meant to be clear. I don't know about if the Power of the Primes is a ball joint for the clear parts. Where's the clear parts on the Dinobots? I just thought it was his chest. I can't remember. I have one of them. I have Grimlock right in there. It's one of the more recent ones. I don't know if it's Power of the Primes specifically. I get mixed up with all these names. Okay, no, it's got to be the one. It's 4. Nope. All right, hold on. I should have got my better glasses on. I got the lower impact glasses for watching TV. Okay, I don't think that has studs on it, so I'm looking for something without studs then. There we go. Oh, this is the base of it, so we're flipping it now. And now we're going to put together some of the, I think it's snarl. He has a normal ball joint and going clear plastic ball socket. Oh, God. Yeah, ball sockets are not, they're not good. Not for, I mean, I like them as far as regular, but translucent ball sockets, no, that's a huge error. Like the Micronauts were not technically ball joints. So they call them ball joints, but they're not ball joints. Ball joints are literally a ball, like our femur, a ball joint. But I remember when Dan, Pixel Dan used to call the ball joints the things like that's not a ball joint, that's a hinge, and it's a hinge rotation. It's a two joint thing system. You know, in like a shoulder of like a regular, like this is technically definitely a ball joint. That's a ball joint. But like on a GI Joe, that's not a ball joint. It may have a half spherical shape to it, but that's definitely not a ball joint. So it drives me crazy when Pixel Dan talks about that. Because he calls that a ball joint. It's like that's not a ball joint. All right, so yeah, so I don't know. I know I have. I don't think Snarl. Which one's Snarl? I can't remember. I only have a few of those because I just got them as they went on clearance once in a while because I just couldn't bring myself to pay that much money for them. They're so expensive. And I have some third-party ones already. So back in the day, whenever I was rolling in the dough, I know now you're like, wow. Right here, I think this one goes here. And then that one goes here across the axis. But yeah, I just thought they were so expensive when they came out. But then when they become clearance, yeah, I love clearance too much. Plastic expands and contracts with the weather temperature, and the clear plastic doesn't handle it well. Clear plastic on my 12-inch 1960s G.I. Joe's build. On a 12-inch 1960s G.I. Joe has held up. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's because it's not a ball joint, so it's not scraping on each other. Let me see. I have a G.I. Joe for the G.I. Joe Collector Club back in the 90s. And it is... I really do need the other glasses. I can't read these numbers. It's like there's 8 of these. Oh, and it's sticky now. It is so completely sticky. I just... There's no way to fix it either. Okay. So this goes over here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be 4 on each side. Yeah, I definitely, from now on, I got, like I said, I just grabbed my reading glasses not my reading glasses, my watch TV glasses. So I think the red ones that go right here, I think this may be it. I can't tell if that's the ones with the double washing machines or what. I haven't seen any of those, so I'll look. Because these instructions are much smaller than my eyes were ready for. I don't see any other handy glasses laying around. And these look like the only pieces that are like 2x1 at all. I don't see any other ones, red ones. So I don't know which side's supposed to go out, so I'll just put the horizontal side out. Yeah, 1960s had a clear joint. Was it a Henshin Cyborg or something? Or mine is an original made in the USA one. Aside from the typical head shrinkage. Oh, I have some kid figures from the 70s that their heads are so much smaller than their necks, and I figured they must be head shrinkage. It has aged amazingly. Joints are still tight too. Got him for like $2 at an antique shop. Reproduction clothes on it. Because G.I. Joe started around 60. It started right after Barbie, like 60. Did it start in 62? I don't remember any clear ones though. The only one I remember is clear was Mike Powers, and I never had that. I didn't know it existed until I saw it at a flea market back when I was in college. I was like, whoa, what is that? And he's like, it's Mike Powers. It's from the G.I. Joe. I was like, really? Because like he looks like he belongs with the Super Joes, which I would love to have had the clear Super Joe called Luminous. I hope that company that's making Super Joes Unlimited will make a Luminous and Shield It only has clear joints, I think, at the hinges, but definitely different kinds of plastic. Oh, okay. So okay. So gotcha. So it's just at the hinges. I didn't know if it was like hold on. I'm focused trying to figure out what should go right here to make this better. Okay, well, there's nothing going right here, I guess. We're just going to have to make sure okay, I thought it was going to have to go in farther. I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh, okay, as far as clear hinge joints. Now, the earliest G.I. Joe I had was in 1971, and I have a picture of me getting that for Christmas, and I want to get a Henshin Cyborg, but they are so expensive. They are? Like the Neo Henshin Cyborgs and the Cyborg 99s, I got them for dirt cheap back in the day off of eBay, but that was also like 20 years ago when they first came out, and people were just like, meh, and they were trying to get rid of them because they weren't selling it, I guess. So that's what I got. I got Neo Henshin Cyborg, which is one of them, Cyborg 99. I think it's the one with magnetic joints in the shoulders. I don't like that one as much. I also got the bad guy in that. But the Neo Henshin Cyborgs are basically the original ones reproduced, and they looked, they're better. They're Neo. They're slightly more textured, I think is what it is. Because I think the original Henshin Cyborgs are just like, on the outside, they're smooth like G.I. Joe. But on the inside, they got like all those gears and stuff. All right, hold on. Trying to figure out. Okay, so this goes on the outside. So here's the light up component. All right. Yeah, so then we got the steering wheel here. Yeah, so I got quite a few Neo Henshin Cyborgs. One of them's actually in my room on the shelf. It's Zach Morris from that show, Saved by the Bell. His body was awful. It was just an awful body. His arms were too short. It just was weird. So I took his head, and there was no other bodies that match up his head. So I made it hollow and stuck it on a Neo Henshin Cyborg body, and then put a Star Trek outfit on. So he's like Zach in space. It's really strange. I just like creating some weird things sometimes like that. All right, for this next one, we're gonna need two of these, and I can't tell which. Oh my gosh, this is where I really need some glasses. I can't tell if it's the long ones on the back or the short ones on the back. All right, let me go and get the two different ones first. Suppose these are the two. All right, and let's see which one's more fluid. It should be. If I put the long ones on the back, it's going to stop in the middle right there. But the short ones on the back, honestly, it doesn't matter either way. So, yeah. So I was thinking if I ever get, okay, so I don't know if you have, I think you're the one I talk to about this normally. What is her name? The woman, the G1 girl I like, but I hate in G3. I have an anniversary production dose, but not sure if they are translation joints and clears plastic completely. So, yeah, I grew up with. I don't remember having that Joe I had when I was a kid, but my mom definitely remembers. She was like, "You cried and cried and cried for that thing." I remember the 9-inch Joes, the Super Joes. That's what I'm excited about. I'm getting a Super Joe this week sometime. It's the Darkon figure because he's the most unique one. He's got the green skin. So as far as Monster High, I want Laguna, yeah. 5 is the G1. Yeah, I like G1 Laguna. I don't like G3, but what I'm thinking is I can make her Sheila Sea Monkey. Because she kind of looks more like a sea monkey to me because she's pink. She's not blue. So I'm thinking about, she's so pretty though. I'm thinking like getting one of her. In my universe, she'll be Laguna Blue's friend, Sheila, which is kind of a common, like when, instead of saying that girl over there, that Sheila over there, it's kind of slang in Australia. And it could be her friend, Sheila Sea Monkey. So there we go. But she's not going to be Laguna Blue in my universe. I cannot take that. She's not blue. That doesn't make sense. Okay, I need 2 of this. There's the other one. So, Laguna Blue she is not. Sheila Sea Monkey. That makes sense, because I was thinking at first she's kind of like a tuna colored, pink. All right, here's this piece. She is, but there's oh, and at our Walmart, they're getting a lot of new stuff in today. I noticed. I took a few videos this morning, and I usually don't make videos because it always makes me feel weird, but there's nobody there in the morning anyway when I go so early. There's no sound either. That's another thing. I can't play the music or copyright strikes. But unlike from like 8 to 10, there's no music played. But yeah, they had a bunch of new. Those ones that the little thing they come in, because it's the worst carrying case you can buy. It doesn't have a handle. I don't know what they're thinking. The one is elevator. They got 2 new ones in that. So I was like, oh, because they were clearancing out the old ones. So, yep, gotta get the new. So we got the mirrors on here. All right, now we're gonna put on the white thing right here. Oh, they're showing you to do something funky to it. So we gotta get this. Put on this, and then this. So that's gonna be the front. Right here. All right, that's step number 10. Step number 11, we're basically building all of this. So we got these things right here to be the grill. Nope, the white ones. Yeah. See if I missed one of your comments. I very much like just like the G3 Laguna. They took away her Australian accent. What? See, I haven't watched any of the cartoons at all. It's Ultimate Secrets. I think that's the one. I think so. They look like elevators. The ones in their coffin cases they have. Okay, so maybe I'm not thinking of that. There's ones with carrying cases out. Like I've never seen them at my Walmart. But these are more like they look like Victorian elevators, and you pull the dial at the top with the elevator thing. You push a button after you build it. I don't like that. I don't understand it. This is way more complicated. I can't. All right, so we got these right here. By the OMG Boy Dawes Cool Lev. I think I have a Cool Lev. I think I got him off of eBay, but haven't really done anything. I've kind of forgotten about him. His body proportions are so weird. His legs are super long and his arms are super short. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. It's rather he's the one with the skater look and everything. I think I got him pretty cheap because he didn't come with anything really. Or he came with some like clothes or something. Like, I don't even know if they were his. Oh, okay. I was like looking for a long piece. I think it's just this short piece right here. All right, I think I know what I'm supposed to do with these. Right, here's where they go. Yeah, and I got these. I don't know if you saw the video earlier, the live thing I did. I think you were watching it. I think you read it. Make a comment on it. It was where the little balls with the dolls inside of them. Now their heads are gonna be good to use for something else, but I hate those bodies. So I might put those heads on the Zoe girl dolls. Because especially the ones I just got with the jet skis. Those are pretty cool as far as the jet skis. Okay, so this, all right, so there's step number 11 built. So you had to put the little 1x1s right here. I thought you had them on the middle at first. All right, on the back side, we're now building up the outside with a long clear one. It looks like it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's an 8. It may be an 8. I just, like I said, I'm blind. These are all the same. So yeah, it's got to be 8. And then 2 of the 1x1s. And you can get to the back. And okay, as far as I can tell, these go right here. And the 1x1 goes in the very back. Wait, okay, let me step up if anything. So the cool lab, did you get him? MGA destroys Mattel and clothes quality. I wish Mattel would do a better clothes. It's so funny because I was anti-dog collecting back when I was. Oh, yeah, I mean they're just. I mean I treat them like action figures. I mean that's what they are to me. Um, yeah, the clothing, Mattel's like they just print it, and it's like yeah, I could do this on a printer. It seems like it's really gotten bad. I mean, it's gotten so bad. I saw this pretty nice one today, one of those $10 ones. But I was like, nah. I mean, it's nicer looking, but still not good enough. I just could care less about it. All right, gonna put this. I can never tell what they want. Like, I mean, I can't tell if I'm supposed to have this floating in midair or what. All right, hold on. See, in this picture, it shows you're putting it this piece down and this piece down, but then this has got to either be floating in midair or it's on it. And then, okay, I'm guessing they both go onto the piece right here. Like this one goes up here. And this one's over the edge. Unless I'm supposed to put that in farther. All right, now let me look at it. It just sounds like Jumanji after you're listening to it. So I guess this has got to go recessed a little bit more, like this. I had it hanging off the edge. Okay. All right, let me see if I missed any conversations. Yeah, Miss Tell. Yeah, Mattel is just not what it was. If you want to get good clothes, honestly, AliExpress has got fantastic stuff. I've been buying myself out at AliExpress, and their prices are so cheap on the stuff. I mean, I can show you. I got like the proportions. Yeah, I thought he's a skater. Where was that at? Oh, this is the hinge joint. But the hinge joint and something hanging on. Oh, this thing. But yeah, he was a skater is one of the things. Like, oh, that's cool. They need a surfer one. Now, I was watching a video the other day by a guy in Germany, and he was talking about these new dolls from Australia. I don't know if they're from Australia or if it's the Roxy company from Australia. But they are like a little surfer girl. They're like 2.5 inches tall, which is like this big, I guess. They had a surfer girl and a skater girl. I was like, those two I want. And then there was a snowboarder, which I hate snowboarding. I can't. Roller skates. Yeah, I don't care. I was like, I definitely want the surfer one. Because then I could take pictures down at the beach and she could fit in my pocket. That would be awesome, yeah. Nah, that would be really cool. And then I can actually use the surfboard for other figures too. She'd be the same size of Imagine Next, I guess. Oh, the possibilities. All right, this one's a red opaque one right here. But I don't know if we're going to get him or not. I don't know if it, because he's in Germany, so he has access to stuff I've never heard of. But it shows up from time to time, and then we do have, well, with all the tariffs now, I don't know what we're going to be able to do. All right, I think this is step number 14. 15, I'm just going back again, so translucent red on top for some reason. Because you're not going to get any light through that. Oh, bloody. Anyway, there we go. And then a red opaque one. It's funny they have a steering wheel. Now, I did get a 5-pack or a 6-pack down in, what is it called, Marshall's, of translucent. I know it may be one of those. They came with translucent figures. It's got 6 sets to build, kind of like this, and little translucent figures. He had puns written on his jacket like heart. Oh, I get it. Which spells heart. And the other side it says tag me ow, like meow, because he likes cats. Oh, cats are cool. Yeah, the coolest ones ever made by MGA was the Bratz Punk Boys. They all had cats on them. Plus, they were punks, and they weren't called. Maybe they were called punks or London or something. They had a London theme to them, like London punks. And that's like the coolest ones ever. Okay, so we're doing the same thing now. We're just doing the inverse. I still got the Mohawk one, and I think I may have a redhead one, but I'm not sure. I need to, like I said, today it was raining off and on. I've been doing a lot of spring cleaning, but couldn't do much today. I'd like to go in that building and get another figure for this. I don't know if you saw the setup I got going on here. But in the middle, I want to put rating. And where rating is, I want to put either Wild Force Megazord Jumbo, if I still got it, which I think I do, or Astro Space Megazord, which I hope I still got that one because it's the only one that actually transforms, the Jumbo one, like the Shogun Warriors. So yeah, it's nice to look up every now and then and go see my favorite things. Of course, I still got two warriors in my room watching me while I sleep because those two guys were on my other side of my nightstand. The other one's Mazinga and Diamos. Diamos was my first one I ever got when I was a kid. All right. He played as a sentinel a lot of times. I had the Puck Eaton. Is he the one with the Mohawk? Because I definitely got the Mohawk one. The liberals mistook... Wait, hold on. The liberals mistook Kolev's jacket puns as gender identity nonsense. It was a good nut. Hold it. Find it. I already used this part. Yeah, I just ignore it. I don't know what's going on in that. I think some other brats are doing it, but I don't know. I don't watch any of the cartoons or anything. All right, that was step number 16. Step number 17, we got the Doors now. And not the music group Doors. Where did the Doors go? Okay, there's actually, hold on. This is why I need the better glasses. I thought these will be fine. No, they're not. All right, so they're actually off by 2. So up here. All right. I was about to say, do I need double sets of doors? I guess that would be impossible. Yep. Now there we go. All right, so what was it? Oh, and also on eBay, I don't know if you saw this, but great, I knocked over all my model kits. I got Luke Duke. Get a Bo Duke. Sorry, I got Bo Duke. And I'm about to get Luke Duke in the mail. Okay. And I need to order this. There's this stuff, Plasti Dip. The only place I can find it is Amazon. I tried Walmart, Harbor Freight, Home Depot. Nobody had it in red. They had it either yellow, black, or whatever. So I'm going to order off of Amazon. But I know it exists. And it's, you got to dip it. You got to spray it with some kind of cleaner stuff, tire stuff, and then dip it. Yeah, this is definitely, this is Amigo from the 1980. This is the original one. That's why his face is pale. Because a lot of Amigo vinyls, like the plastic held its color, but the vinyls, like if you look at some of the old like Spock, I have a Spock with his face looks like it's ghosted. It's all gray. His face is kind of grayed out. The Luke I'm getting in the mail, his face is also gray. So I want to do the Plasti Dip on them, and if I can get my Spock out and my Klingon, I think I still have them. But I have the Klingon and the Spock from, I guess, the second movie, because it wasn't the first movie. Because the first movie didn't have a Klingon in it. And it definitely looks more like the movie Klingons. But yeah, there's this thing you have to do with the tire shining stuff and Plasti Dip. And you just dip it in, peel it off after a day later. I don't know. I'm thinking, like, what if you just dip it in and keep it more than a day? Would that be better, or would it become more permanent? But I guess. Why is this not sticking? I'm supposed to build it up a little bit more? Hold on. Because it's like, it's not going to go all the way down, because, hold on. Do you have any modern Migos? I do have some, and I do not like the way the new bandless bodies are, because I got Green Lantern, and I hate the new bandless body. His body is awful. I like the old band bodies, obviously. Now, the glow-in-the-dark, no, the clear body, I still need to get this screw out, and I just don't know why I'm not getting around to doing it, but this screw right here is a tough one. I need to get some silicone spray and squirt it in there. Let it settle for a few minutes, and then get it screw out. I think I've already stripped it a little bit trying to get it out. This is the bandless body. This is a good bandless body. I like the new band body too. I don't think there is a new band. There's a new bandless body that Green Lantern has, and his legs don't bend all the way. Now this is a double jointed body. This is the S body, I call it. This is a great body. I like this body. This is the original band body. And there goes the drawing machine. And then Zartan is actually taller than them. So he's actually, I wonder, like whenever they first made Sigma 6, I was like, oh my gosh, they're like the Super Joes is what they reminded me of. And I was really into it. I wonder if they deliberately made them like the same size as the Super Joes for a reason. Or if it's just coincidence or what, I don't know. But Zartan's one of my favorite figures. When I got rid of all my stuff, like a lot of my stuff, I just couldn't get rid of Super Joes. I mean, these Joes right here, these are just, Sigma 6, I got like a crate of them. I just think they're so awesome. They're out in the building somewhere. Right before I put this down, all right, actually come forward one. Strips. And bodies a couple of years. Yeah, they did use them, and then the Green Lantern was the first one I ever got without the bands. But I got him in the room in there. I should put him up here because he is still one of my favorite characters. It's not my favorite figure, but he does make a good display piece. But for playing, it's just something about his knees. Like they just didn't make them right. This is studded, so it's this one right here. All right, so they did not make him correctly. Okay, for this one, why are we putting runners on this? Well, here's what I do not like to do, and I don't like to put smaller plates on top of bigger plates, because if you ever want to unbuild these, oh my gosh, they're impossible to get apart. But here we go. I'm building it like the model kit says to build, or the instructions. Now, I mean, one of the reasons I buy these is not because I want a Firetruck, not even remotely. I don't really care for about Firetruck. I just want the pieces, because having translucent and clear pieces are awesome for Lego. And I don't know, this one could become a leg to a giant robot. I don't know if you saw the video I made, but I had made Voltron when I was a kid, and some other robots and stuff. I still didn't find the one that I made with like a dump truck, and on top was like a plane, and the legs were two different other, I don't know, I made something when I was a kid that was kind of like my own gestalt, like you put it together. All right, this is step number 20. All right, step 21. We got 2 translucent, 1 opaque, and 1 clear. All right. So you need these 2 pieces right here. This one and an opaque. I guess this is the opaque one. Yeah, you gotta put these together. Put them on top, right about here. This is basically where they're gonna catch the ladder, I think. These 2 pieces go back here. And then for the step 22, we got this piece. And I guess that's the sirens, like, oh, there was a wreck this morning up in, I was like, what is going on? Because like last summer, they were constantly doing road construction out here, repaving the roads. I was like, oh no, they're doing that again this year? No, it was a wreck. Somebody had a wreck this morning. It was really foggy this morning, but I don't think that had anything to do with it. All right, so this is step number 22. If you want to put a figure in, too late now, but you can always take it off and put it in. All right, oh boy, here's a lot of complicated stuff. So this piece and this piece go together. And then there. And then and it has these 2 pieces on here. Huh. If I can get them to go in. All right, hold on. Let me see if you made any comments in a minute here. I just almost finished with this. All right, hold on. There we go. That does not seem right, but that's the only pieces I got left, really. This piece. that all goes right here. Does it go in the very back? I think so. It's one of those things I can't tell if it goes on the very, very back or if it goes up here more. All right, I'll read that comment in just a second. Something tells me I didn't do this quite right, but I don't know. All right, these two pieces go together somehow. Like that. And then this. And then it lays down right there. All right, so there's all the pieces. Let me get that comment real quick. Good idea for your channel would be to do a Toy Talk Tuesday lives for general art toy discussion. I'd keep us from distracting for your builds with random toy discussion. Toy Talk Tuesday. Oh, no, I mean, I don't care. The reason I do this live is because otherwise it's just me sitting here going do, just building, and it's like rambling or whatever anyway. Like other people, they do these builds and then they speed them up, and then it's just this one. The only reason I need to focus a little bit more is because I don't have my good glasses on, and these pieces, they're really tiny instructions. Compare this to a Lego one. Nah, this is way smaller. Lego would be like, here's one piece, flip the page. Here's another piece, flip the page. That's how bad Lego instructions are, a little bit overly simplified. These are more complicated, and then of course, I still got some Chinese sets to put together, some like these. But I was like, I figured the Firetruck would be pretty easy, and it's been sitting there calling my name. So I did get this one the other day at Five Below. I still got some more to build. I still got those Hello Kitty cars to build. Those are fantastic cars, just being the cars they are. They have like doors that open that are really amazing. Not these little cheapy doors. I mean, they're really good doors. So let's see. We got the extension. Seems like it would need to have something up here to catch the ladder. This doesn't really catch it. Oh man! So if you had to pull this up every time to put it back on if it falls off. So it's just held on by friction. So yeah, it's not going to catch it if you're going around a corner real fast. You're going to hit somebody. All right, so that doesn't look like a fire truck right here, really, but it looks more like it's I don't know. It just seems kind of weird to have it clear on the side like that. And then here's the little door to the thing, so you can turn on the light. There we go. You turn off the light, see how it looks like. Ooh. All right, if anybody has that condition where you're going to have a, what is it called, whenever you, like something strobing light makes you go into a fit, now's not time to watch my channel. Epileptic seizure, that's what it was. Yeah, I remember from The Simpsons, they were talking about like there was a Simpsons episode where they went to Japan, and it was like seizure robots or something, and like every time it came on, the kids were rolling around the floor having a seizure. Yeah, the little light things, that's a cool feature. The translucent blocks are a cool feature. The tires, they're okay. I like the rubber, but overall, yeah, the tires aren't the greatest. Maybe I should have put them on backwards. Like, that's just a little bit, yeah, I don't know. But they're not bad. Let's see how it goes. Oh, it's like, and this is smooth. Like, this is completely smooth. Unlike my table outside, this one's super smooth. All right, so here we go. Firetruck versus fire-breathing dragon. Wait, I don't have any water. I just have a ladder. Oh, well, you ain't got a way to fight him then. Or it's a fire-breathing dragon surfing on a fire truck. That makes sense. That's something that you would see, like if you got your AI to make something, it would do like that. Of course, the guy would have to have like several extra arms that don't make any sense. And here's where I got the little things from. All right, well, that was about it. I just wanted to build the red fire truck. Really needed 2 black hinges, 1 by 1 for that ladder. Yeah, or make it where the sliding ladder had been nice. Like have it like slide out. That'd have been cool. Yeah. I thought this little thing like these where it's connected was going to actually connect to the fire thing, like on the sides of it and hold it down, but it's a swing around thing. It's not the best. Like maybe just one would be better, but 2 of them, I don't know, they don't go together that well. Like I said, Block Tech has come a long way. It's not Lego quality, but it's a lot better than it used to be. I can't wait to see what Mattel's going to do when they get their Mattel store open. Mattel blocks or Mattel whatever. It's not going to be mega either, is what I've heard. So I don't know. There's a lot of talk about that. Now Tuesday is going to be actually can't do Tuesday Toy Talk because Tuesday is Metarog's day. I like to watch Metarog on Tuesdays. Nobody seems to do anything on Monday. For me, it's Model Monday, like model kit. Yeah, I need to get out my Tuesday tailor, get out some of those generic clothes and do a Tuesday Tailor Tuesday. And every Tuesday I'll just off my Tuesday tailors, which I have a few of them, wearing different fashions. And then showing off shoes because the shoes, she can't wear Barbie shoes. She's got big feet. So we got this. And then we got a monster truck. Got a monster truck, a monster that breathes fire, and a fire truck. There we go. That's the connection here. It's like the transitive property. A equals B and B equals C, so A equals C. But not really. All right, so do you get anything different or see anything new lately? Because, I mean, I keep saying, I need to buy nothing. I need to buy nothing, and then I end up buying something. So, like, I got right here my treasure chest for, what is it called? Caribbean Pirates. The back, I got the Egyptian thing. I need to find the Vipers, the ones that look like Vipers from Battlestar Galactica for the Fisher Price. So these are just some of my favorite things. Alright, so it's getting nice and dark outside, so I'm going to go get the cats in now. But thanks for joining me. Hope you guys or anybody else is joining later on. Enjoy, just let me know. Planning on getting the pre-production Torah lie and operetta. Oh, I forgot about operetta. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like the other day, I was like, I think my favorite one for Generation 3 so far is definitely going to be Cleo Denial. My favorite one from Generation 1 is definitely the Laguna Blue. So, all right. Yeah, and I got a gold box to put my. I got the set. What it has her dresser in it. They are dropping on April 1st. And the G1 post. Are they really dropping on April 1st? Or is that maybe a joke? Don't know. All right. So yeah, let me keep up with that information because I mean, I hardly ever get that information. I tried to get on this thing, but it keeps on going to my spam box and I forget all about it. It's something about you love it or something. I got on their mailing list, but then started going to the spam and I guess it killed it. So, all right. Well, thanks for joining me, and I'm gonna go get my cats in before they stay outside and just party all night because it's gonna be 40 degrees tomorrow morning when I wake up. This morning it was 67. That's a big difference. All right. Have a great night. Thanks for joining me.